Konnichiwa, Kawaii Critic here to share my thoughts on the Powerpuff Girls reboot. If it is even considered a reboot. I'm not entirely sure, actually, still. But after seeing some other reviews that have come out pretty fast while the show is still going, I still just wanted to share my thoughts as there are some more negative feelings than positive ones towards this show still. Anyways, the Powerpuff Girls reboot came around not too long ago, and I watched it. Watched as many episodes I think that were out. I'm not completely sure how many episodes are out now, but for the most part, I didn't really enjoy most of the episodes, with the exception of one so far. But I'll get to that in a bit. First, I'll talk about the negative aspects. I mean, the whole twerking thing was just really, really dumb and just completely just unnecessary, as well as using really old memes. It feels like they're not even trying to represent the characters in a good way, and just instead of just relying on what they think is good at the time. It almost feels like this idea is completely rushed. But it's not all bad. As I said, there is one moment or one episode that I actually really enjoy. But again, I'll get to that in a bit. One other thing I wanted to talk about, since it seems to have an element that I feel like I should compare to another show, and that's the negativity in general. Let's talk about Teen Titans Go for a bit. A show that I feel like has garnered almost as much negativity, if not maybe even more, than the Powerpuff Girls reboot idea. So, Teen Titans Go, of course, had a lot of negativity with its completely different style of being drawn. And I gave it a chance, and apparently a few others have as well, as it's managed to keep going on through 100 plus episodes, which is kind of impressive considering all the negativity towards it. And even in that, some of the negativity seems to have inspired some episodes to address that, and even some episodes that have completely different styles of drawing that are actually really interesting. Some of the jokes actually do hit pretty well. I mean, there are a few misses here and there, but I mean, there are jokes that work, so there's that. Uh, there are sentimental moments in the episode. I really like the episode that reintroduced Terra. That's probably one of my favorite episodes, easily, of Teen Titans Go. It was sentimental, and it felt like they were continuing off right where they left off from the last time. It was really nice. And it doesn't end there. There are pretty interesting references, and there's even some really dark references in the show as well. It's sort of bizarre, almost. But here, it feels like they don't even understand the characters fully quite yet, which is unfortunate. There are some really good moments from the Powerpuff Girls that I feel like they could recapture here and even improve on. Like when Bubbles gets furious when she loses Octi. I mean, I didn't see that episode. I saw that that was an episode where Buttercup takes away Octi. Like I saw it, the name of it, but I didn't see the episode. So it would be interesting to see if they improved on the whole Bubbles gets enraged if she doesn't have her toy for a long time. Stuff of that nature that makes the characters a bit more than a one-dimensional character. Um, and I suppose I'll talk about the episode I enjoyed actually relatively well. It's the episode where the Powerpuff Girls have to attend middle school as their kindergarten school was destroyed for reasons I actually kind of forgot about. But they have to attend middle school, and as soon as they enter, they are bullied and called babies and stuff of that nature. And they ask the professor to tell them to get older. He gives them something, and they drink more than they should, and when they awake, they are elders. And then from there, they actually gain the respect of the kids by doing things that the kids actually are like, whoa, that's pretty cool. And as soon as they leave, they see that Mojo Jojo is up to no good as usual, and they are unable to stop him the first time. And he's able to go on a crime spree, and when he returns, the Powerpuff Girls get enough courage and determination to use their new set of skills to put an end to Mojo Jojo's crime spree. And then they, of course, return back as they feel that they didn't want to grow up too fast. Now, that was a message that was pretty on the nose, but there was actually an interesting message that they didn't even mention, and I really enjoy when an episode of anything can send a message without really ever saying the thing that they are talking about. And I'm talking about being in a conversation or being in a debate and how to do a good debate. They say a positive about what it is to be an elder, they follow it up by a small negative, and they followed it up with another positive. This is usually the way that being in a debate is usually handled. And I'm surprised that this episode was actually able to do this. So, there is that. But I'm not sure where the Powerpuff Girls are going to go from here. It does seem like every Thursday that there are going to be new episodes. So I'm actually going to keep watching it like I kept watching Teen Titans Go, and I'm actually going to see where they go from here. One group of individuals that I am actually kind of, I don't know if it's antsy about or not nervous about or whatever, but I kind of want to see how they address the Rowdy Rough Boys, as I feel that those characters, to me personally, are interestingly enough both the best villains, I should say, and also the worst villains in a weird sort of way. So they're kind of a double-edged sword for me. Under one hand, or one hoof rather, I should say, but under one hoof, the Rowdy Rough Boys are often seen as one-dimensional characters, and even on top of that, they don't seem too distinguished from each other that much. That is the most unfortunate part about them. However, when it comes to facing off against the Powerpuff Girls, I feel like they are the best. As every time they come back, they always have a new gimmick, or they always have something different that they have in order to stop them. I actually really enjoyed that about the original Powerpuff Girls, and when they introduced the Rowdy Rough Boys, it was so interesting, and they quickly became a good nemesis for the Powerpuff Girls. So, I don't know. I'll keep watching it, but I won't be surprised if there are more just blah moments than interesting moments. Hopefully, we can actually maybe start to see if this show continues on, maybe some more episodes that are actually really, really good. I mean, I'm not going to knock off this show quite yet, even though it's had its fair share of really bad moments. So, with that being said, I'm Kawaii Critic, and remember guys, keep it kawaii.